Hi, Sue Ellam here. I'm a tarot reader, and for this particular video, I'm using the Mythic Tarot. And my colleague here is.
I'm Carrie Beleno, and I am an intuitive Reiki master, teacher, and have been for over 20 years.
Carrie and I have come together, collaborating across the pond, to answer quite a lot of questions that we get asked in our own individual working lives. And so we've brought them all together and are putting them on video for posterity. So Carrie is a keeper of the questions, so I will hand over to her.
Okay, next question. How to remain positive and find joy amid anger, sadness, rebellion, and the unknown?
Okay, how to
remain positive and find joy amid anger, sadness, rebellion, and unknown. I'm assuming those things are outside of this person.
Yeah. So how to be happy despite everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That is quite a challenge. Okay, we're starting off here with a feeling of overwhelm. When we are in a position of being surrounded, whether it be within our own home or within our local communities, within our country, there's this feeling of overwhelm, that we've got too much on our plate. You know, it's a bit like at the moment there's so much information out there, misinformation, you don't know what to believe. And if you tap into that and you keep up with it, then you're going to be completely flattened, because you don't know what to believe. One person thinks one thing, another person thinks another thing, and you just can't see a way ahead. So it's important only to focus on the things that you can actually do, that you can actually manage yourself, and without other people's opinions being involved in it. You need to listen very carefully to your intuition. And that means coming into a place of peace, of meditation, but sitting quietly with yourself and looking for the signs that the universe always sends us, but it's very hard to see when or hear when we're in a state of panic, which overwhelm can bring. So it's focusing on the intuitive side of yourself. Go where you're led. You know, if you feel to watch something, watch it. If somebody sends you a video and you think, oh, they're a good friend of mine or my family member, I feel obliged to watch it, but I really don't want to, don't watch it. You don't have to fit in with everybody else. You've got to do what you can for your own sanity. And once you get to this intuitive thing, your intuitive place, you'll find that you're going to be led to where you're meant to be. It isn't an easy process, because so many people are so invested in the anger and the feeling of outrage and, you know, and all these different things. So we've got to keep working at it. We've got to make sure that our project is about peace and happiness, even if it's just our own peace and happiness, or if we've got young children looking at their joy and happiness and not getting too involved with what's going on outside or outside of our homes. Just look at what is going on in your own environment and start from there. And once you've managed to get this feeling of happiness and joy within your own home, then it can leak out the front door, and then you can try and help kind of close friends and other family members to also find that kind of balance. It's all about balance, and at the moment the world isn't balanced, and we have people all over the place for their own purposes, making sure it won't stay balanced because there's all this distraction. So my father was a magician. He was a member of the Inner Magic Circle, and I used to watch him practice when I was a child, and he taught me something really interesting, well, very, very valuable, a valuable life lesson. He said, don't look at the hand that's going like this. Watch the hand that's doing nothing, because that is where the action's happening. So as soon as I hear anything on the news or anything outside myself, all this great display and all this drama, I immediately think, what don't they want me to see? What if I am really calm in myself and I focus on my own joy and happiness? If I'm in this place, my intuition is going to show me exactly what they don't want me to see, that will bring maybe some sanity around. So that was a really valuable lesson that my father taught me quite young. It's also about having new ideas, looking at things differently, but also don't give your opinions out to people that don't need to know. Don't engage in conversation when it can easily become a battle of the wits or sniping or anger. Don't get involved. Just keep quiet and don't give an opinion unless you're with close friends, people that you're safe with. But so many people now put all their opinions and everything out on social media, and then they wonder why a mountain kind of lands on them. So keep your own counsel. Don't tell people every thought in your mind. They don't need to know. They really don't need to know. And this is gathering, you'll get more back than you can believe. This is fundamentally about money. This is King Midas. But in the purpose of this particular question, you will get more happiness and joy back that you've ever known if you can just get away from the overwhelm, follow your intuition, work hard within your own family environment to bring peace and happiness and joy into that environment. Don't talk about things that were going to fuel the fire. If you want to give your opinion, make sure it's one that will throw water on any fires. And then it's like, okay, I need some change, and I need to throw everything up in the air and see where it lands. So it's like, you'll have got to this place of, I'm really peaceful and joyful, and it doesn't matter what's going on outside my front door, because to be honest, half of it isn't true anyway. It's just sent to us to poke us and prod us, and to make sure that if we're in anger and fear, we are less effective. People who are fearful, they won't raise their voices so much. They're so frightened of one thing or another. So a lot of it's to keep us in fear, and therefore keep us subservient. That is what people do. I mean, even in your own companies, I'm not necessarily talking about a governmental level. In your own companies, you might, maybe you've got a man or woman in charge who's a bully and who frightens people, and they think, oh my goodness, if I say anything, I might lose my job. And so therefore that person has taken your power away. So it's keeping your own power. And if you don't like the way things are, change them around. Think of it, if you don't like how your living room's set out, change the furniture around. Same thing with your life. If you don't like certain things within your life, throw it around up in the air and see where it lands. And the intuition will help you with that. But at the end of the day, you're restless. You can feel you can do more with your life. And you can only do that from a position of happiness, a position of joy, and a position of being empowered. That is where you think, oh, I can do more with my life. If you're tied in with the fear and the anger, you can't do this because you think you're stuck. So those are the cards.
Thank you.
Okay.
So much to work with.
So, a lot.
Yes. I want to encourage you all to not be married to the joy. It's very, very disheartening to expect yourself to wake up feeling joyful and then criticizing yourself because you don't feel joyful. Sometimes there's not a ton to feel joyful about. Sometimes the best we can do is optimistic or patient or just content or maybe just nothing. And so those are all okay feelings. They're all higher vibrating than the anger and the fear and all of that. So shoot for the joy, but don't be disappointed in your expectations of yourself, because it's a trying time right now. Yeah, as far as those truths go, stop searching, because the ones that resonate with you, the ones that make you feel good, the ones that feel valid are yours. And the ones that don't are just triggers for you to find the ones that are your truth. So they're all useful. It's just that they might not all be yours. So if a truth creates anger for you, or a sense of rebellion, or a sense of frustration, then it's not yours, and you shouldn't spend any time or energy looking at it. So all of those things that are causing the anger, all those truths are all fear-based. The ones that are shouting, wear a mask, they've got fear. The ones that are shouting, don't wear a mask, they've got fear. The ones who are shouting, open the economy, that's a fear. Don't open the economy, that's a fear. All of us are the same. We all have some kind of fear. It's just how we express them, what we do with them, how we announce them that makes us different. And I'm going to support Sue and the cards completely on the reading of don't share. Don't share how you feel, because you will attract both support and the opposite. And that's when that mountain arrives. So the throwing the water on, like Sue mentioned, throw the water on the situation. To me, throwing the water is a statement that says, I hold compassion for your fear, or I hold compassion for your opinion, or I respect your opinion. And no one can do anything with that. No one can counter that. And what you're doing is holding a place of neutrality, which will lead and cultivate the calm that you are searching for as we are navigating all of those lower vibrating emotions out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and it's such a pertinent question, because that the forces around, and even people close to us, everyone's got some fear or other and expecting you to share it, and if you don't, they think obviously you're either delusional, you're detached, or you don't care. You can't get away with anything, can you? So that's why it's best to keep your mouth shut. Can you repeat the question, please, for everybody?
Absolutely. How do we remain positive and find joy amid anger, sadness, rebellion, and the unknown?
There you go. Well, we've done our best to answer that question. And so it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.